fly a flag 即係掛一個旗，咁通常咧係用呢個 phrase fly a flag。 Going to war over a flag is not new， 為咗一支旗打仗就唔係新鮮事。But the Hong Kong conglomerate going into battle with the government over some flagpoles makes for very different kinds of territorial dispute。 Conglomerate 就係一個團體，一個集團。Conglomerate going into battle with the government， 而家同政府拗緊啦。Flagpoles 就係旗杆。Territorial dispute 係區域性嘅爭論。Territory Hong Kong territory 就係香港區。Territory territorial dispute dispute 咧 argument 爭論。The turf at the center of this wall is a small, just 25.6 square meters, but prime site on the Tsim Sha Tsui waterfront, home to 5 flagpoles that are managed by the wharf. Turf 嘅意思就其實係地皮咁解。個爭論咧其實咧就係一個好細嘅地方，就喺尖沙咀海旁 waterfront。 Prime site 就主要嘅地方 ，prime 重要主要，呢個係一個 prime site。Home to 5 flagpoles， 咁即係話5支旗杆。Managed by the wharf，wharf 咧其實係碼頭，咁呢個當然係間和記公司啦。The government in 1965 gave written consent for wharf to erect, manage, and maintain the poles. But 2 years ago, the Lands Department sought to formalize the agreement in today's standard, which would put an expiry date on the management rights, and the executive familiar with the dispute said. Written consent 即係文字嘅同意 written consent， 書信同意。咁我哋通常如果口頭同意就 verbal consent VERBAL verbal consent， 呢個 consent 就係個 noun 嚟。To erect 係建立 ，manage 管理 ，maintain 維持。逢親呢啲咁嘅字咧，呢度3個字咧一定要係同一個 tense 或者同一個如果佢係 verb 咁就要係 verb 啦，係 verb 啦，同埋 verb。如 noun 咧就 noun 呢個3個咧要一樣嘅個 grammar 方面啊。2 years ago the Lands Department 咁呢個土地處啦，就係 Lands Department sought to formalize the agreement。 formalize 咧就係話正規化，就 formalize。同呢個咧就同 formal 呢個字咧係出嚟嘅 formal 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 咁就係正統 formalize 即係正統化。咁同另外一個字 formulate 又唔係好同啊。formulate 咧就係啲嘢通常未做嘅，咁我哋開始 formulate 一個 plan 啊，咁就係策劃。咁同 formalize 同 formulate 即係唔同意思。In today's standard 用今日嘅水準去做。Which would put an expiry date on the management rights。 expiry date 咧就係擺一個期限咯。On the management rights 呢個 rights 咧就係權力 human right 人權。咁呢個 rights 啊係 noun 嚟。And executive familiar with the dispute said executive 就係即係一個行政官員。特首咧 chief executive 特首。The executive said Wharf did not dispute the government's ownership of the land between the Star Ferry Pier and Ocean Terminal, and did not intend to claim it. But, having managed the flagpoles for more than 4 decades, Wolf could not see why it should not do so indefinitely。即係和記咧冇同政府爭論個擁有權 ，ownership 係擁有權。And did I intend to claim it？ 佢冇諗住去攞呢個擁有權 claim。通常我哋話 claim for damage， 咁就追討啊 ，claim for damage 追討賠償啦 ，claim。Having managed the flagpoles for more than 4 decades， 多過4個世紀，即係多過40年咁解。一個 decade 咧，即係10年，世紀10年。4 decades 40年。Wolf could not see why it should not do so indefinitely。indefinitely 係無限期，即係話永遠咁嘅意思啦。indefinitely。definite 就係肯定 definite。indefinite 即係唔肯定期限咁，其實呢個意思就 indefinitely 即係話無限期。They should do it they should manage the flagpoles indefinitely. If the government wants to take the land back, they should tell Wolf why。 佢要講俾佢聽點解㗎 ，and give a compelling reason。compelling 咧，即係意思即係話令人信服嘅 ，convincing。compelling reason， you must have a compelling reason， 令人信服嘅理由出嚟。The government disagrees。There is no compromise on this issue. We will take it back. An official familiar with the dispute said, "There is no compromise." Compromise 咧係一個 noun 就冇商討餘地，就冇得 compromise， 冇得商討。我哋會攞翻㗎啦。The row comes a year after the disputes between the government and Wolf over the use of public space outside Times Square in Causeway Bay。Row 就即係話爭論，咁你都可以用 quarrel 爭拗。咁呢個字咧就同一行嘅 row 咧係同一樣串法，但係咧呢個爭論咧讀法係 row。因為咧自從喺銅鑼灣嗰個時代廣場個爭論之後咧，1年之後發生㗎。The government wants to incorporate the flagpole site into a square that will be created once the Star Ferry bus terminus is moved to 尖沙咀 East. Bus terminus 巴士總站 Bus terminus。 It says the flagpoles will be preserved. Preserved 保存。Preservative 係另外一個字嚟啦，就係防腐劑 preservative preserve 保存。So could the issue be not the poles but the flags they fly？ 嗱，我哋再重溫嗰啲生字先。Conglomerate 一個集團。Dispute 爭論。The prime site 主要嘅地方。Written consent 文件嘅同意書 verbal consent 口頭同意 Lands Department 土地處 formalize 公式化 Human right 權 Executive 行政人員 Executive 行政人員 Ownership 擁有權 Claim it 攞返 Claim the damage Claim 4 decades 40年 Indefinitely 無限期的，即係永遠咁嘅意思啦。Compelling reason 令人信服嘅 Compelling There's no compromise 冇商量餘地 No compromise The row 爭拗Bus terminus 巴士總站 Preserved 保存